So, my friend Tom hits me up out of the blue and says, next month, me and my friend Kim are going to Thailand. Do you want to come? So I was like, alright. I got a plane to Manila and then Bangkok to kick off my trip to Thailand.
So I'm just on my way to the gate to embark on my 20-hour journey to Manila and then Bangkok. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Thailand คนนี้หน่อยบอกเรื่องที่ต้องการจะทำกับเธอบนที่นอนเพื่อเธอจะจำทุกคำในใจที่รุ่มร้อนช้าลงมา
Finally, I'm here. I can't feel my hands. Hopefully, Birchie's going to be here to meet me, and then we're going to make our way over to the hostel. Well, he is not here.
Eventually I found Birch and Kim, who were a bit drunk but happy to see me. We grabbed a taxi and headed for Bangkok City.
Yeah, to be honest, I kind of picked Hanoi without really doing Okay, so it's first day. The hostel is so nice. I'm not really sure what we're doing today, but I think we're going to go check out a floating market, maybe some temples.
We started off the day by visiting a temple at the end of the street that our hostel was on. It became apparent to me later that in Thailand it feels like you're never more than 100 meters from a temple, whether you're in the middle of a city or in the middle of nowhere. And there's no such thing as an ugly temple in this country. Each are equipped with beautiful architecture and art throughout. We wandered around this relatively small temple before leaving to further explore the other beauties that the streets of Bangkok had to offer.
Alright, now smell poo. So these fish here swim around eating the trash that we all feed them, and then over there you can pay for them to cook them for you. So you're eating trash fish.
I threw up.
Yeah, one of these. Yeah. So she's releasing these eels into the wild to give me better economic healthy, which I think we've decided means wealth. Costs 10 baht, which is... no, just one, please. Ah, thanks.
And
Bangkok at night. Bangkok at night is a completely different experience. It's a time where the city is filled with arguably more life than it is in the day. The streets are lined with people drinking outside bars and clubs, whilst locals hop between selling all sorts of weird stuff.
Oh, this house really crumpling.
Crunch.
Then there's Khao San Road. Khao San Road is just mad. It's one street that's just purely bars and clubs. We ended up there when we'd go on a night out, and it's worth a visit just for the stalls and shops there.
Yeah, they had a little traditional Thai band playing, and no tourists. It was
We're about to board a train to where are we going?
Ayutthaya.
Ayutthaya. It's about an hour and a half trip. We get the return, and it costs us 50p each. 50 smackaroos.
รถโดยสารต้นทางกรุงเทพปากช่องนครราชสีมาปากสถานีอุบลราชธานีขบวนนี้ออกสถานียาแล้วสถานีสู่สถานีสุดท้ายมากกว่า
Where you come from?
Bangkok.
Bangkok.
Come from Bangkok. Come.
England.
I'm from Ayutthaya.
Why are you gay?
Very nice.
Out 4 hours.
Yeah.
3 out 4 hours. 3
Look at that guy.
and liters.
Is it this one? Oh, I was going to say, it'll be nice when it's finished. Wow.
Wow.
So this is Ayutthaya.
It's the city of Ayutthaya.
It's the city of Ayutthaya. It's the old capital of Thailand. In 1780, it was the biggest city in the world. The Burmese came in and 360 no-scoped all the Thai people, and now it's just
360 no
now it's just ruins and tourists.
Wow.
It is so incredibly hot. I am cooking alive. This right here is called the banyan tree.
Is it a banyan tree? Yeah.
It's got a Buddha head in the tree, which is naturally formed. That's scientifically proven. Don't look that up. I thought it was number 3.
So did I.
We have to get our train back to Bangkok, and it was very busy here. And some dogs started fighting to the death in front of us for some entertainment, which is really cool. Holy shit, holy shit.
Somebody's fighting me.
Right, okay. Okay, so we're just leaving bed station. I am so fucking sad, but we're gonna go to a really nice place now in Kanchanaburi. We just ordered a grab. I think it's
What's
here.
the number, pal?
Let me have a look. 47. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. If I'm gonna be this sad every time we leave a place, then this is gonna be a very depressing trip. We're about to get a bus. So we're on the bus. I think it's about a 2.5 hour journey. I don't know if you can see, there's some monks behind us.
Picture on this fish scrap.
So this journey is going to be very blessed. I just shat myself. So this is our second stop, called the Vian Guest House, and it's actually floating on the River Kwai. So that's pretty cool. This is the room. Oh, we got this little bathroom. This is magical. It's a It's a snake.
I like it here a lot.
Yeah, me too. It's nice. Like, I loved Bangkok, but it's just nice. It's different.
So hectic now.
Yeah.
So chilled out.
So we're on our way walking to the bridge over the River Kwai, and Thomas told us about this bar that does a 10 baht pint, and it's real. It's real. It's. I mean, a bar is a bit of a stretch, but it's real. 10 baht is about
25p.
25p. So it's a 25p pint, which I think will do very nicely. Wow.
Wow.
Mysterious girl, move your body close to mine.
Come on, move your body. Come on, move your body.
The bridge over the River Kwai is a historic monument. Perhaps best known from the 1957 film, The Bridge on the River Kwai.
So over there is a Chinese temple.
What a story, Mark.
There are believed to be around 60,000 prisoners of war building this bridge, and an estimated 13,000 of them died before it was completed.
We're hiring bikes.
Oh my god, there's 3 lanes. Tom, there's 3 lanes. Oh fuck. Why are you going so fast? Oh fuck. It does not say no passing. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Look at this place. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Oh, there's an ambulance just for me. Oh my god, there's 3 lanes. Oh. My wind mirrors show nothing. Yeah. Oh my god, what do I do? There we go, look at that. I'm fucking shitting myself.
How's it going? There was one point there when I nearly crashed.
Into what?
A person.
After practicing our moped skills for a bit, we decided to head off on a roughly 2-hour journey to Erewhon Falls.
Finally here. It is absolutely beautiful. And this isn't even it. This is just the start.
There's 7 waterfalls. This is not one of them, I don't think. Oh yeah, we're gonna hike up, go for a swim. Are you going in?
So we're leaving the VN guest house today. I'm going to really miss waking up to this. The woman just saw me in my boxes. I'm really looking forward to going and living in a hostel again. And we're off to Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai's bigger than Kanchanaburi, but it's not quite as big as Bangkok. I think it's the 2nd biggest city in Thailand, but apparently it's really nice there. It's not as touristy as Bangkok, but still has a lot going on. So, what? Yeah, okay. What? There's a lot of waterfalls. There's lots of waterfalls around here. So, first day in Chiang Mai. Not really up to much today. We're just essentially just resting from that long bus journey. I just met with someone who I met back in Bangkok. When we left bed station, the Bangkok hostel, he managed to leave some of my clothes there. So my friend who I met there was there for a couple of days afterwards, and then he was coming to Chiang Mai whilst we were here. So I asked if he could go to reception and pick up my clothes, and he said yeah, and he went. He's like, I got your clothes, and I'm like, great. Just went to meet him now, and he was at the bus station, and he was on his way to the airport, and hands me this bag of clothes. And I have no idea whose clothes they are. So I've got this bag of clothes that don't even belong to me. So I'm gonna have to go to a market. Really liking Chiang Mai. It's somewhere. It's almost like it's somewhere between Bangkok and Kanchanaburi. It's still, I think it's the second biggest city in Thailand. It's still a city, there's still lots going on, but it doesn't seem as dense as Bangkok. It's the people trying to sell you tuk-tuks and things aren't as pushy. There's a lot more open space and more greenery and residential areas here. But at the same time, there's still loads of great food, bustling streets, places to go in the night. Just still things like temples in amongst the streets, which Kanchanaburi didn't have as much. It is absolutely scorching today. I'm sweating out my eyes. I thought instead of getting a tuk-tuk back, I'd walk, get to see the place a bit more, see what we're doing for the rest of the day. Right, so we're about to go to...
What the fuck is that?
We're about to go to Doi Si Thep. It's really holy, apparently. It's this beautiful temple on top of a hill. Tomorrow we're going to this place called Sticky Falls. Let's go.
At this point I was quite confident on a moped, which is a good thing because it was a lot cheaper and more enjoyable to ride up the mountain than to take a taxi.
So after that lovely drive, we're here in Doi Si Thep. Doi Si Thep is meant to be the holiest place in Thailand, or one of them at least. Oh my god. So unfortunately, when we got to the Sticky Falls, I forgot to put on my GoPro. So I didn't get any footage of that, but it was really great. Here's some photos. But essentially it was this waterfall. They attached ropes to trees so you can abseil down the waterfall, and it was really easy, really nice, clean feeling water. Yeah, but the mad thing, what happened was, as we were driving there, we got stopped, we got pulled over by a roadblock, and it was just for tourists. They were just stopping anyone who wasn't Thai and asking them for something called an international driving license, which we didn't have. That's one of these, and they were fining people for it. But in true Thai fashion, the police weren't giving you tickets, they were pocketing anything. We ended up spending about 1,000 Thai baht each on our fine, but we didn't get a ticket. The guy just put it in his pocket. And then down the road we get stopped again, another roadblock, and they try and fine us again, but we insist how we had just spent 1,000. They were nice enough to let us go. But we're all very excited for tomorrow, because tomorrow we are going for our first day of our overnight trip to the elephant sanctuary, and that's going to be really, really great. I'll see you then. So it's about 7:30 in the morning. About to go check out and get picked up by the people from the elephant sanctuary. this is the little village that we're all going to be living in tonight. It's just so nice here. There's a river right there. I've got a river view apparently, which I'm looking forward to. All food is included here, but it is vegan. But actually, it's actually really nice. There's loads to choose from. If there's anywhere I wouldn't mind eating vegan food, it is in Thailand because it is all really good. This is my spot. Tour. So there's the master bed with the planes on it, because you know they knew I like that. Just this view outside. There were elephants playing in the water just here about half an hour ago, and there's a big herd just walking there. Sawadee krap. So, as well as elephants here, and dogs and cats, they have water buffalo, and they say to us not to look the water buffalo in the eyes because it could anger them and cause them to charge. It's about 7:15 in the morning next day. Need to go have breakfast, but if I'm honest, this vegan food has got to me. And then it's off for another day of feeding elephants and doing elephant stuff. After lunch, we were dropped off back in Chiang Mai. We stayed there for 2 nights and then set off for Pai. Getting to Pai meant taking a minibus for about 4 hours through the mountains up north. The roads were windy and steep, but the views were pretty alright. Once we arrived, we met a friendly Danish man who had also just got there. But he had been there before, so he started telling us what we should do during our visit.
There's vegan food, really good actually. No way here.
So we've just arrived at the Circus Hostel in Pai, and it's such a cool place, just amazing views. Not sure what I'm expecting from this accommodation, but it's a lot of these bamboo huts on stilts. Just trying to find which one is mine. Don't even know if these things are waterproof. Look at the state-of-the-art bathrooms with heated flooring and a butler service, which is really nice. Let's see. We're literally in a shed. This is it for tonight and the next 3. Oh, there's electric. Fancy. So there is spider's web galore up there, so I'm gonna have some roommates probably. This'll do. This is cool. Well, I do feel like Lenny Henry is going to turn up and make a promotional video about donating money to me.
If you ever mention pie to someone who's been, they'll always say, "Oh my god, I love pie. It was one of my favourite places when I went to Thailand." And I can see why. Without trying to sound pretentious, there's just a vibe. It's hard to explain, but everyone there is just so chilled out. And pie is just stunning. Me and some people I met at the hostel hired bikes and went to the famous Pie Canyon to watch the sunset. And missed it. But it's okay, we went again the next day with a big group and missed it again.
It's too cloudy.
But even without the sunset, Pie Canyon is well worth a visit. The views were insane and we got some really, really good pictures. In the day before we missed the sunset the first time, we took our bikes to a hot spring in the forest.
So we are here at Sai Nang Hot Spring. It's so nice. The water is literally the temperature of a bath.
And in the day before we missed the sunset the second time, we headed off in a big group to see a waterfall. Oh, and then this girl just kept falling off her bike, and I don't know why, I just found it so funny, and no one else did. It was really awkward. I just had to like hide my laughter, and it was, yeah. Anyway, so we went to this really cool waterfall and went for a swim.
We have to do something, and we have to do it now.
Who's that?
And after I nearly killed myself, we headed to go see the big white Buddha. And later that night, the hostel treated everyone to a free fire show. Where we saw a man nearly burn alive.
We'll get together and look at his show. Oh.
And at the hostel, you were free to use the circus equipment to practice with whenever. And I think I found my calling. Okay, maybe not.
So after an amazing time in Pai, we've finally got to head back to Chiang Mai. It's over there. We have to head back to Chiang Mai because we have a flight to Krabi at about 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Keep going.
Whilst in Krabi, we were staying at Rayleigh Beach. Rayleigh Beach is only accessible by boat, so when we landed, we took a taxi for about 30 minutes to where we had to get the boat from, and hopped on. When we got there, we had to jump out of the boat into the sea and hold our bags over our heads as we walked ashore. Next step was finding where we were staying. It's like an island, but it's not an island. It's actually mainland, but there's a cliff separating it from the rest of Thailand. So there's no cars, no roads. It's not that touristy. It's filled with resorts, but I'd say more aimed at families. There's one hostel in the whole thing. So now in low season, there's nearly no tourists, and it's really great. It's just locals, and they're all really friendly. They all have really cool niche bars and shops and restaurants. Our hostel at Rayleigh was built into the side of a cliff, which meant you got an amazing view at all times. And I mean all times. Right now we're on our way to this cliff where there's ropes and stuff, and we climb up to a viewpoint, and apparently it's just amazing views from there. Unsure of whether or not we were actually allowed to climb to the viewpoint, we decided the safest bet would be to do it anyway. The view better be worth it.
Spider monkey.
Whilst the climb was fun, it was actually quite dangerous. The chances of falling weren't too high, but if one of us would have been unlucky enough to, it probably would have been quite bad. Regardless, we made it to the top and took a short walk through the trees to see the view. And it was definitely worth it. So Krabi was hit quite heavily by the Thailand tsunami many years ago. And this street is just, it's brand new essentially. Paving's really nice, and all the buildings are really new looking, like they've just been constructed in the last few years. It's got a weird, surreal feel. It's one of the cleanest walking streets I've seen in Thailand, and it's on one of the most remote places I've been. There was no evidence to suggest that Krabi had witnessed the destruction it had. However, there were signs everywhere warning of the danger of tsunamis, and plenty of places were built up high, like our hostel. Friends we had met back in Pai were also staying at Rayleigh, so we met up and headed for the beach. The water was amazing. The problem was, it was really hard to relax when you knew what could be in the water with you. We had seen many signs around Krabi warning of the Portuguese man of war.
Long threads trail behind it, some as much as 30 meters long. A single tentacle could kill a fish or a human.
Yeah, that thing. Nevertheless, we carried on swimming. Cautiously.
ไปกว่าตัวเองใครเขาคงเห็นจงลุกขึ้นสู้
Beach is absolutely amazing. The water is actually warmer in the sea than it is in our hotel pool.
The beach was so great that night we decided to pick up some street food and eat on it. It was perfect.
Krabi is just the perfect place for me to end my 2019 trip to Thailand. It's been absolutely amazing. I've seen some beautiful cities, some awesome sights. I've met some really, really cool people.
How are you doing, mate?
It stopped.
Had some good times, some nights to remember, some nights I won't. And I'm really excited to kick off my journey to Vietnam and see how that goes.
But before leaving Thailand, I really wanted to see a Muay Thai boxing match. And tonight we had the opportunity to do just that. We went to grab a couple of drinks before heading to the ring, which was just meters from the sea. And our seats were great, just considering they were 100 baht.
Bitch, start tripping, now I'm blue. Mega man, I can't wait for losing, cause I got too many haters, man. Used to be the paper boy, grew up now I'm mega man. Player 1, player 2, show your ass what players do. Up, down, left, right, hit them with a stronger time. Yeah, I smoke the strongest back. Tell me what.
We later found out they were both 19, and they held nothing back and gave us a great fight.
Yeah, man, mega man, more games than the Sega, man. All I smoke is chronic, roll my coin just like I'm Sonic. From the hood, I speak Ebonics. That and economics, shorty, we can link like Zelda. That broke, then you a failure. Stack your money up like Tetris. I don't know what else to tell you. Over here, everybody got a gun. My life is golden now. You wanna know why niggas die? Nigga, I just told you. I told the bitch we need to take a break cause she a space invader. Niggas do not know the game. Why? Cause they player haters.
Anger is not the way of the jet.
Nobody's stronger than me.
And that was it. We got a free fire show after the fight. Well, you know, because Thailand. The next day I got up and caught a boat off Raleigh around 6 so I could make my way to Vietnam.